Well, I think just to echo a lot of what we talked about here, we've talked a lot about security, we talked a lot about contracting. I think those are the two major areas.
Yeah.
I would say that within the Army right now, resourcing and sustainment of that resourcing to do that modernization effort is become a big concern of ours. And so how do we get after that? Because certainly we want to be able to have agility, within the cloud. One of the great things about the cloud is it brings agility to the mission owner. We obviously have to change our business processes, as we had mentioned before. And how do we get after that within the constraints that we have? And so we're working on that. Trained personnel to be able to do the work. Right. So we have technicians today, but do they really understand what operating in the cloud means? And how do we get after that? How do we get those trained personnel to be able to do that work? And if you take a cyber guy, and it takes a while to grow one of those types of persons, sure, right? And you give him what he's doing today, and you put him in a cloud environment, is a whole new dynamic, yeah, right? And so how they operate in the cloud is not the way they're going to operate on-prem. And our on-prem instantiation that we have now at Redstone is a contractor-owned, contractor-operated contract, and that's how it's formed. So how do we get after that? And then how do we standardize in the meantime? Right. And it's sort of like building the car while you're driving down the road. Right. And it's very complex, and but that's some of the constraints that we have, but we're working through it, as John had said. Working with DOD, working with GSA, and the provisional authorities and FedRAMP, and trying to help influence, right, how those processes work to build that agility.